Dear students, this is the second session on the topic of antidepressant. In this session, we will discuss adverse effect of antidepressant drug. In the previous session, we have discussed the classification of antidepressant drug. They are broadly of two type, first generation and second generation antidepressant. In the first generation, which are older ones, includes MAO inhibitor and tricyclic antidepressant, while second generation antidepressant include SNRI, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and atypical ones, including serotonin receptors antagonist and other bupropion, aminaptine, tianeptine, and bupropion. In this session, we will discuss adverse effect all of these agents except MAO inhibitor, for which I will prepare the next video. So we will discuss the adverse effect of antidepressant drugs in these headings. Adverse effect that are common to all antidepressants. Adverse effect of selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Then we will discuss adverse effect of serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. Then tricyclic antidepressant. Then we will discuss atypical antidepressant, and our discussion will be limited to only these antidepressant. For MAO inhibitor, we will discuss in the next video. The the antidepressant, they are broadly, they are the mainly the three main group. These are SSRI, SNRI, and TCA. When you move from SSRI to TCA through SNRI, their receptors and their pharmacological action broadens. Pharmacological action and their receptor profile is narrow with SSRI, and it is broader with TCA. SSRI, as the name suggests itself, they only affect reuptake of serotonin only. They do not affect uptake of norepinephrine, they do not affect other receptors. SNRI, they inhibit reuptake of serotonin as well as norepinephrine. So their adverse effect are more as compared to SSRI, because they are SSRI are showing SSRI will show adverse effect because of more concentration of serotonergic in body, while SNRI will show adverse effect of more concentration of serotonin as well as norepinephrine at various site of body. Now TCA, tricyclic antidepressant, they not only inhibit reuptake of serotonin and norepinephrine, but also they are having anticholinergic property, H1 receptor blocking property, and alpha 1 receptor blocking property. So the adverse effect of TCA will include adverse effect of SNRI plus anticholinergic side effect, H1 blocking side effect, and alpha 1 receptor blocking side effect. Adverse effect profile of SNRI. Adverse effect of SNRI will include adverse effect of SSRI as well as adverse effect of more concentration of norepinephrine in various site of body. So adverse effect profile is much suitable for the patient with SSRI as compared to SNRI and TCA. So now we will discuss one by one. One adverse effect that is common to all antidepressant is increased suicidal tendency in patient younger than 25 year of age. That's why FDA, that is present in US, that carries black box warning on antidepressant, that it increases suicidal tendency in younger patient. less than 25 year of age. Now we will discuss increased societal tendency is a risk factor for all antidepressant agent. Increased societal tendency is because of severe depression that is not controlled by antidepressant, or it may be because of antidepressant agent. So there is a association between antidepressant agent and increased suicidal tendency in younger patient less than 25 year of age. Now we will discuss adverse effect of selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. As the name suggests itself, these agents inhibit reuptake of serotonin in brain. So they increase concentration of serotonin in synaptic levels. So concentration of serotonin, function of serotonin is increased in various site of brain. So depression symptoms may be relieved. But these agents increase serotonin concentration, increase serotonergic tone not only in brain but they enhance serotonergic tone throughout the body. They increase serotonergic activity in gut and they manifest into nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. These are the gastrointestinal adverse effects very commonly seen with SSRI. These adverse effects are seen because they stimulate 5-HT3 receptors in brain, and stimulation of 5-HT3 receptor in brain causes emesis, means vomiting. And 5-HT3 receptors are also stimulated in gut, which may manifest into increased gastrointestinal activity and diarrhea. So 5-HT3 receptor stimulation causes vomiting. 5-HT3 receptor on CTZ causes vomiting. So blocker, antagonist of 5-HT3 receptor on CTZ is a effective antiemetic agent named as ondansetron. That is a very common antiemetic drug used in clinical practice. These gastrointestinal adverse effects emerge early in the course of treatment and they tend to improve after the first week. So if you can recollect your memory, you will see these effects, nausea, vomiting, are also common with the initial treatment with levodopa therapy because they stimulate D2 receptor present on CTZ. SSRI are also causing nausea, vomiting because of 5-HT3 receptor on CTZ. Second adverse effect of SSRI is increasing serotonergic tone at the level of spinal cord and above. These are also common adverse effects seen with SSRI, and 30 to 40% of patients, a very good number of patients, they report loss of libido. Libido means sexual desire. Sexual desire or libido is reduced. Delayed orgasm. They also report diminished arousal and delayed ejaculation in men. Ejaculation is delayed in 30 to 40% of men patient treating with SSRI. So sexual desire, sexual functions are reduced with SSRI. And not only with SSRI, majority of the antidepressant have adverse effect, are having sexual adverse effect. SSRI causes delayed ejaculation. That's why some of the SSRI are used in treatment of premature ejaculation, like depoxetine. These sexual adverse effects persist as long as the patient remains on the antidepressant, but their severity may diminish with time. Other adverse effect related to serotonergic effects of SSRI, like increase in headache. They may manifest into insomnia or hypersomnia. So patient may complain of reduced sleep or may manifest in hypersomnia in some of the patient. Insomnia is a feature of SSRI, while TCA and SNRI, majority of TCA and majority of SNRI causes sedation. They causes sleep, but SSRI causes insomnia. Weight gain is also a problem with SSRI, especially with paroxetine. The fourth group of adverse effects seen with SSRI is discontinuation syndrome or withdrawal syndrome. When antidepressant agents are taken by the patient for a prolonged time, and when a patient stops taking antidepressant agent, stop taking SSRI suddenly, that patient develop withdrawal syndrome, also called as discontinuation syndrome. It is most it is more common with SSRI which are having short half life, like sertraline and paroxetine. Sertraline and paroxetine are having short half life and they are more common to cause discontinuation syndrome or withdrawal syndrome. It is less common with fluoxetine because fluoxetine is producing a active metabolite, namely norfluoxetine, which is having T half of 1 to 2 weeks. So when you stop taking fluoxetine, its active metabolite remains in body for next to 1 to 2 weeks. So the discontinuation syndrome or withdrawal syndrome is less with fluoxetine, but it is more common with SP, sertraline and paroxetine. Discontinuation syndrome is characterized by dizziness, nausea, paresthesia, and other symptoms. They begin in 1 to 2 days after stopping the drug and they persist for 1 to 1 weeks or longer. This discontinuation syndrome is also seen with SNRI and TCA. So, sexual adverse effect and discontinuation syndrome, these two adverse effects are seen with SSRI, SNRI, and TCA, all the three groups. SSRI are also having teratogenic potential. Most SSRI, most antidepressant are placed in category C agent according to US FDA. But paroxetine, it less safer drug in pregnancy. It is placed in category D because it is associated to cause cardiac septal defect. So paroxetine we have discussed, has unique adverse effect, some unique adverse effect as compared to other SSRI. It is having a more problem of weight gain. It is causing discontinuation syndrome because of short T half, and it is causing cardiac septal defect. Now we will discuss the adverse effect of SNRI. SNRI are serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. So they increase concentration of serotonin and norepinephrine in brain as well as in other site of body. This group include mainly venlafaxine, desvenlafaxine, milnacipran, levomilnacipran, and duloxetine. These are the 5 agents in SNRI group. They have many of the serotonergic adverse effect associated with SSRI, like gastrointestinal adverse effect, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of sexual desire, sexual adverse effect. They cause. These are the serotonergic adverse effect. Apart from serotonergic adverse effect, they are also showing noradrenergic effect because they are also increasing the concentration of norepinephrine. Because of noradrenergic effect, they may increase blood pressure and heart rate. But this is not a problem in most of the patient. And because of noradrenergic effect, they also cause CNS activation, manifested as insomnia, anxiety, or agitation. Like SSRI, they also show discontinuation syndrome. All the SNRI show discontinuation syndrome, especially venlafaxine. So, extended release formulation of venlafaxine has been developed. Extended release formulation release venlafaxine for prolonged time. So, their concentration remains stable in blood. So, their tendency to cause discontinuation syndrome are reduced with extended release formulation. Venlafaxine show cardiac toxicity and duloxetine shows hepatic toxicity. Now we will discuss tricyclic antidepressant. These are the first generation antidepressants, so they are having more adverse effect, more drug-drug interaction as compared to SSRI and SNRI. Similar to SNRI, they are also inhibiting reuptake of serotonin and norepinephrine. Additionally, they are blocking muscarinic receptor, alpha 1 receptor, and H1 receptors. So they are increasing serotonin and norepinephrine concentration in body. So serotonergic adverse effect like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, sexual adverse effect are also seen with TCA because of serotonergic effect. Some of the additional adverse effects are also seen with TCA because of anti-muscarinic property. They are the most common adverse effects seen with TCA. And because of anticholinergic effect, atropinic adverse effects are seen like dry mouth, dry eye, blurred vision, urine is retained, constipation, and confusion. These are the anticholinergic side effects. They are more common with the imipramine and amitriptyline and less common with desipramine and nortriptyline. They are also having alpha 1 blocking property, and because of alpha 1 blocking property, alpha 1 receptor stimulation causes vasoconstriction. So when they are blocked, they causes postural hypotension, and because of compensatory phenomena, patient develops tachycardia. So they are having adverse effect of postural hypotension and tachycardia. And because of H1 antagonism, sedation and weight gain is seen with TCA. And all of these three adverse effects, anticholinergic effect, alpha 1 blocking property, and H1 antagonism, these adverse effects, all these three adverse effects also seen with typical antipsychotic drugs, especially with chlorpromazine, phenothiazine groups. Okay, anticholinergic effect, alpha 1 blocking effect, and H1 antagonism effect. Sexual effects are also common with TCA. They are also common with SSRI and SNRI. These sexual effects are more common with highly serotonergic TCA like clomipramine because sexual effects are because of high serotonergic concentration. So they are more common with TCA which are having more serotonergic effect like clomipramine. Discontinuation syndrome is also seen with TCA and SSRI and also SNRI. They are prominent in TCA and characterized by cholinergic rebound and flu-like symptoms. Because when the short-acting TCA is withdrawn suddenly, which are having anticholinergic property, so when they are stopped suddenly, the patient develops more cholinergic effect, and they are also having flu-like symptoms because nose will start running all the secretions, nasal secretion, GIT secretions will start increasing because of cholinergic rebound, and these are flu like symptoms. TCA are also causes cardiac arrhythmia at high doses, and it is more common in the elderly patient or in patient having ischemic heart disease. So all we have discussed the three groups: SSRI, SNRI, and TCA. All these three groups are having sexual adverse effect. All these three groups are having discontinuation syndrome and gastrointestinal adverse effect. Now we will discuss 5-HT receptors, 5-HT2 receptor modulator. This group include trazodone, nefazodone, meancerin, and mirtazapine. The most common adverse effects seen with serotonin receptor modulators, serotonin receptor antagonist is sedation and gastrointestinal disturbances. They are highly sedative drugs. They are highly sedative drugs. And they are so much sedative. They are so much sedative, like one of the member trazodone is used in treatment of insomnia in spite of depression more commonly. This group of drug 5-HT2 receptors antagonist trazodone, nefazodone, meancerin, mirtazapine, they are not commonly used in treatment of depression because of various reasons with the members. Trazodone is more commonly used in treatment of insomnia than depression. Trazodone and nefazodone are having alpha 1 blocking property, and because of that they may manifest into postural hypotension. There are some adverse effects seen with the specific agent, like trazodone may cause painful penile erection like priapism. Nefazodone is very hepatotoxic drug. It has caused acute hepatic failure in many of the patient. Because of that, many country has banned nefazodone. Mirtazapine has caused agranulocytosis. It is a rare but severe adverse effect. Amoxapine, this is also amoxapine is also the atypical antidepressant. It is not serotonin receptor antagonist. It is a congener of loxapine, that is a atypical antipsychotic agent. It blocks D2 receptor, and because of that it causes Parkinsonian syndrome. Bupropion, it is also a atypical antidepressant which causes CNS activation adverse effect like agitation, insomnia, anorexia. Sexual effects are uncommon with atypical agent. Sexual effects are common with SSRI, SNRI, and TCA, but they are less common or very less with atypical agent. Mirtazapine and bupropion, these are the few of the antidepressants that not commonly associated with sexual effects. Common adverse effect with 5-HT receptors antagonists are gastrointestinal adverse effect and sedation. They are highly sedative drugs. So this complete with the adverse effect of antidepressant agent. MAO inhibitor will be discussed in the separate video.